I feel like I need to go see this arch. It's just so windy, dude. This sucks. So much sand. We got a full-on dust storm just going on here. Time to clean up this filthy mess of a camper, dude. Absolutely dusty and disgusting. This is gonna be an expensive day. I've gotten to the point now where I can stay out at a spot between 14 and 16 days without having to empty or fill my tanks. And there's two really big reasons for that have allowed me to stay out there that long. Good morning, guys. It's actually the morning after the last video that I put out, and I'm still here at this super sick spot. And the reason why I'm sitting here inside my truck camper right now is because it is incredibly windy, dude. Like, crazy windy. And I did have to work tomorrow, but of course the flight got canceled. So unfortunately I did that one thing that I need to stop doing, dude, which is counting on this job. So I planned to leave today because I thought I had to work tomorrow. So I did not buy any food other than what I cooked last night. So I don't really have anything to eat. There was also a bunch of other things that I had planned to do today as well. Just to get my life back together, really. It's something I have to do probably once every 2 or 3 weeks, and one of those things is definitely laundry. I need food. I'm sure you've seen, and like, I don't know how many episodes I've wore this shirt in a row, but yeah, I don't have any clean clothes, and the road out here was a huge sandy dust bowl, and so now I am filthy. I also hopefully can grab a shower, but dude, unfortunately, I did not go hike to this arch that I wanted to go to last night because I was running out of daylight. So we went and saw one of the little arches just down the way, but there's this other arch and I'm all the way out here. It was a very slow, long drive to get out here. I don't know when I'm gonna come back out here again, especially with like the price of diesel and everything, and then all the rough terrain that I had to go through just to get out here. So I feel like I need to go see this arch. It's just so windy, dude, and like, I'm kind of sheltered right now, like behind my truck camper, but like if I were to step like a couple feet in either direction, the sand just blows right on you, and it hits like little shards of like sharp glass, dude, or little splinters. It kind of even hurts. The arch is only like 0.3 or 0.6 miles away. It says it's a 6-minute walk. So I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna power through. I'm already just full of sand. It's probably all over in my beard. It's all over in my truck camper, in my bed, on my couch, which is why I feel like I desperately need to do laundry today as well. It's even like in my teeth. But yeah, I'm gonna power through it. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. I don't know that we'll be filming any walking and talking or anything while I do this, but hopefully I can show you guys a little bit of footage of the arch. I would love to see it. I've known about it for quite a while, and the last time that I was out here, I did not come this far, and I've never gotten to see it. So I'm wearing like my coat just because I don't feel like getting hit by all kinds of tiny little pieces of sand, dude. It kind of hurts. It is not cold at all. I'll probably be sweating on my way back, but better sweaty than sandy, I suppose. Man, dude, it sure is a beautiful view. Oh my gosh. So much sand. Beautiful walk, though. I'm sure almost all of you right now are asking, why are you walking, Jared? Why would you walk when you could just take your truck camper? And it said online, dude, that like high clearance 4x4, probably off-road vehicle preferred for the last 0.3 miles of this. It looks like I just got to that part right here, and I probably wouldn't want to take my truck camper on this part. And I know the camera never picks it up how bad it is, but like, yeah, I mean, like the truck would definitely have no problem doing this. I mean, dude, this would suck. It would I mean, I would go super slow too, so that the truck camper didn't like rock around. Yeah, dude, just like probably no way you can avoid some of these rocks. I don't know. I mean, that's what it said online. It said it was rocky, and I see rocks, so way she goes. There are some people here, bunch of Jeeps actually, but looks like we're getting close. I am glad that I did this. We're gonna walk on up to it here. I don't know how far we can get. Obviously, you know me, I'm in sandals, so which has helped with the sand. Oh, look at that, dude. Wow. Way cool. Yeah, I don't know if I can get up here or not. Suppose we'll see. All of those Jeep people, dude, they're here on like vacation. And I just walked up to them and I'm all like bundled up because of the sand, and they just looked at me like, wow, this dude is weird. There's like a super easy way up down this path here, and then it just goes up and it goes on to this slick rock, and then you get right up there. Definitely super easy. I'm not gonna do it, dude. Not in my sandals. I gotta get out of here. I just wanted to see it. Maybe we'll come back another time to this area when I have the drone, because that would be super sweet, the drone footage of this area. And I did see a couple other super sweet spots around too, so maybe we'll come back and do some more truck camping out here, and then I will climb up to the arch. So anyway, now time to try to get out of here. Quite the Jeep convention we've got going on here. This whole walk is just sand, dude. Just everywhere. Just sand for miles and miles. I suppose we're only going 0.3 miles today, but it's just sandy area blowing directly at me. This sucks, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh. So much sand in my mouth. We did make it. That was definitely worth the walk, even if it was in the wind and the sand and horrible. It was definitely worth it. That was gorgeous. But I suppose on that note, it's time to fire up the old Dodge and see where the rest of the day takes us. One last look, dude, at the arch. Since we're far enough away, you can fully see it now. Super windy, but absolutely beautiful area. I have definitely enjoyed my time here. We got a full-on dust storm just going on here. It's like a snowstorm, dude. I don't even shut the truck off, dude, when I get to this laundromat because it's always packed. There's been times I've gone in and every single washer and dryer is taken, so I always get out and walk in and check first. Perfect, dude. Time to clean up this filthy mess of a camper, dude. Absolutely dusty and disgusting. These covers are like the greatest thing I've ever gotten. I did not have these on my cushions in my van. Oh my gosh, dude, they get filthy, like dusty, dirty, and it's so easy just to take them off and throw them in the washer. There is the work that needs to be done. That is pretty much everything that I have. Including the clothes off my back, dude. I always change into some horrible clothes right when I do this. This is just like an old shirt that me and Kayla actually got. I think we just got them for free because we took a couple shots at a bar down the street from the restaurant, but it kind of sucks, and it's black and it gets fuzz and stuff all over it. So it's my laundry day shirt. Sweet bar though. But time to go wash some of my problems here. This is gonna be an expensive day, dude. I got 2 of them. Both of them are full, so. Well, it's gonna be 40 minutes. Well, I suppose now that we have a little bit of time to spare, I suppose I'll just go over a couple little tips and tricks that I use all the time that have helped me out on the road. In no particular order, really, but I was thinking about that today, and I was like, you know, I've never shared these with people, and maybe it'll help out a fellow truck camper, van lifer, Prius dweller, whatever. So first one though is definitely related to like truck campers and RVs or anything with like a black tank. And this might be a little bit gross, but like if you're like me and you like to stay out in the wilderness for like as long as possible without having to empty your tanks. Oh. Sorry, there's like a whole herd of like souped up Broncos going by out there, and they're super loud. The first couple might be just a little bit gross, dude, but I promise you that they're really not, and they help me stay out in the middle of nowhere as long as possible. I've gotten to the point now where I can stay out at a spot between 14 and 16 days without having to empty or fill my tanks, and there's 2 really big reasons for that have allowed me to stay out there that long. Number 1, I don't throw my toilet paper into my toilet. I throw it into the trash. I just throw it in with my trash bags, and it doesn't smell anything up. It's super clean. You just tie the bag off. You can store it. I store it like between my truck and camper on the outside. I've got like a little hidden door, so it's away from everything. It's not in your living space. You could also probably burn it if you wanted to, if you're having a fire, but I do not throw any toilet paper or anything in my tank, and my tank does not fill up hardly at all. When I first started living in a truck camper and I was living at the barn, obviously I had free water and dump there, but I mean, that still takes time out of your day, dude, and I would do it once a week, but like, I think the most I could last was probably like 8 or 9 days, and that was with me throwing toilet paper into the toilet. So not doing that has gotten me a whole bunch of extra time out there in the middle of nowhere at some of these awesome spots. The second thing that has allowed me to stay out for a lot longer, I don't pee in my toilet either. I usually try to pee outside every chance that I get. If I'm in like a restricted area where that's not allowed, or like I'm staying like in a city or something like that, dude, this is gonna sound gross unless you're like a van lifer, which is about the time that I started this. And I'm not going to show you like my real one, but this is an old dusty jug of water that I keep. Gosh, it's dusty and dirty. Anyway, I use one of these, dude. I use a piss jug, and I use a piss jug It works just fine. It's a lot easier to do both those things than every 7 days have to leave a spot in the middle of nowhere and then go try to find a dump station. Here in Moab, there's free dump and water, which is super cool. I almost never pay for dump and water these days, but like it's starting to get super busy here in this town. And so there's always a line for the dump and water. So that still takes at least 30 minutes, sometimes an hour out of my day on the days that I have to go do dump and fill, because I'm usually waiting in a line behind like 3 rigs, maybe 4. Sometimes I'm behind someone and it's their first time and they're learning how to dump and fill their water, and that sucks a lot, dude. That really sucks. It takes a very, very long time. I understand. I've been there. We've all been there. We've all had to learn, but like the busiest dump and water fill station in Moab, Utah is not a good place to learn. Learn at a campground where there's not like a whole bunch of people waiting for you. Just my opinion anyway. I know I've shown this before in one video a long time ago, but this is what my floor actually looks like, dude. I hide it in every single one of my videos because it is always filthy and disgusting. I did just notice this on my table here. Not sure what bump or whatever I went over to make that happen, but the table is fine. I don't know if I should tighten it or just not care. Always something, dude. This camper's falling apart. One horrible dirt road at a time. Also, since we're on the topic of laundry, obviously I'm in my laundry day clothes, but clothes, dude. Clothes and laundry. Laundry is expensive. I try to only wash my comforter like once every month, sometimes every 2 months, especially if I'm able to shower every day before I go to bed. I do not wash that comforter because it's always like $8 to $10 just for wash, plus the $3.50, $4 for drying. Drying always takes longer. Usually got to add some extra time. So I never wash my comforter as often. But as far as clothes go, dude, I'm sure you've noticed that like I always wear the same shirt in my videos. I have a specific set of clothes that I know I can get dirty, and I just store them in like a trash bag throughout the week. And so when I'm going to be doing like some camping and cooking with a campfire that's going to make the clothes smell like smoke, or like automotive repairs, that type of thing, I use the same set of clothes for those activities, because then I can store them and I can use my other clothes for like basic living. Doing that and then obviously reusing the same clean clothes over and over for your clean activities, it really helps me out with the laundry. I don't have to do laundry as often. It's not really that dirty at all. I mean, obviously when you're doing the dirty stuff in the dirty clothes, it's a little dirty, but it still saves me a ton of money. And if I were doing laundry like every single week, that would suck. It takes a lot of time. It costs a lot of money. Obviously, I usually do video editing during this time, but this is the video that I would need to edit, so we're making it. Also, having a lot of clothes, that sometimes can be hard depending on like the amount of space that you have for clothes. But like mostly just shirts and boxers, dude. Like if you have a lot of extras of those, you can usually stretch it out. I usually only have to do laundry like once every 2, maybe 3 weeks tops. And I stay pretty clean, dude. Like I don't smell bad. I shower every day now that I'm in Moab. That's just something that I've picked up along the way, because I hate doing laundry. It takes up a ton of time. It's expensive. It's on the outskirts of town here. It's just a huge pain, dude. I try to do laundry as little as possible. I stretch it out as far as I can before I have to go to the laundromat. And that's not just here in Moab. That's been everywhere as I've traveled around. I should probably get a new rug at some point too, dude. This was brand new when I got the camper. It came with it, and there's like a stain from some olive oil that fell out of my cabinet up there while I was driving one time. And obviously it's like ripped apart and it's pretty gross. I usually shake it out and sweep it, but probably about time to change it. I don't know if I've shown you guys this either. Some of you have asked about my diesel heater. I see questions about like where to install it in the Truck Camper Life forums all the time. So I'll just show you where I put mine. It's super convenient, dude, especially considering that they break like at least once a year. This year mine has stopped working at least 3 times, and I love where I put it because every time it's broken, it's been like a 20-minute, maybe 30-minute fix, and I can just pull it out, get her done. Yeah, the camper had a compartment here, and so I just made this magnetic, took the hinges off. I'll show you. I have a spare hose in here. Yeah, I took that off, and here's my diesel heater right here. Obviously a little dusty under there now from all the roads, but it's super convenient, dude. I just ran the exhaust line right out there, out the side of the camper. And so anytime that this thing breaks, I literally just reach my hand in there, unscrew it, which I am standing right now, and I can reach all of that from standing, which in my van, I had it like all the exhaust and everything going out under the van, and it sucked because I always had to get under the van. Even if it was snowy or rainy or horrible outside, I'd have to get filthy. With this, I just go under here. I just unattach those super quick, and then I'm good to go, dude. I can just pull the diesel heater right out. I usually fix it right here on my step. And super happy that I put it right here. Even more money, dude. Also, while we're talking about like trash bags and stuff like that, another thing that I do that has saved me a lot of money and time is every time that I go to a grocery store, I double or triple bag my groceries. It really saves me a lot of money because obviously I save all my grocery bags in here, and this is what I use for my trash bags. I don't ever go through more trash than like one trash bag every couple of days. And they're super easy to store. Obviously you can squeeze them and fit them pretty much anywhere, but that's how I don't pay for trash bags, dude, and that's how I just reuse my grocery bags. And they don't really make like a perfect size Truck Camper Life trash bag. The perfect size is the grocery bag. I'm sure you've noticed, dude, that like in my last several videos, I've been eating just straight out of the pan. I hate doing dishes. It just sucks. It's a huge pain in the butt in a truck camper. It uses water. Most of the time I go the Chupacabra Adventures route. He just made a video recently about dishes and water, and I just use like a paper towel and some sanitizer and like clean them out. But now I usually just eat my meal directly out of the pan. That dirties one pan, usually one thin cutting board and one knife, and I'm good to go. But if I do use dishes and I'm having a good time that night out by a campfire or whatever, and I'm not in the mood, this is the greatest thing that I've done in this truck camper. It was the greatest thing that I did in my second van as well. And I've brought this up on the channel before, but it's this. The first thing I did when I got this truck camper, dude, is I replaced the tiny little shallow sink that they had here with this deep sink. It's super inexpensive. I think it was like less than $100. It might have even been 50. I don't know. I'll leave a link in my Amazon store, like in the description, but like, yeah, I can just throw all my dishes in there, put this handy dandy cover on there, and drive away, and it's amazing. No regrets about this whatsoever. One of the greatest things I've ever done. I suppose one more thing that I do to conserve water, and I learned this in my first van. It was a bit of an adjustment, to be honest, just because I used to be pretty picky and particular about the way I liked my coffee. And in my first van, I used a French press, dude, because I love French press coffee. In my opinion, that's the greatest way to make coffee. It tastes so fresh, it brews so perfectly. But the thing about the French press is it uses a lot of water over time, surprisingly. Like a lot, actually, because you have to empty the grounds out and then wash it out, and then you have to find somewhere to put the grounds. It's usually messy because coffee grounds are fine. And then to rinse it out, I would put water in there and then, you know, kind of shake it and whatever. But that drained my tank super fast. The moment I stopped using a French press to make coffee, that got me like an extra 4 days of water. It was insane. I know that sounds crazy, dude. I couldn't believe it either, but like it used a ton of water. And I've brought this up before. I'm gonna grab it here. And I've shown you guys in another video, but now to make coffee, I use a pour over. And I got this sweet pour over, dude, that just literally just unfolds just like that. And so it packs up super flat. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Yeah, it packs up super flat. And the thing that I like about the pour over the most is I use, you know, these paper pour over filters. And so once I'm done making coffee, I just take the filter out of the pour over and throw it away. So it takes no water to like clean it or anything like that. It's super clean and easy to dispose of, and it helps me conserve as much water as possible. I suppose the other option that you could do would be instant coffee. Me personally, that's just not my thing. I would be open to trying more instant coffees down the road. So far, all the instant coffees I've tried just haven't been my thing. So, but either way, instant coffee or pour over coffee would be a great option just to help you conserve a little bit more water and be able to stay out in the middle of nowhere for longer periods of time. So I suppose one last hack might be these cushion covers, dude. Like, look how nice that looks. Sorry about the noise. I got my power station charging in the background while I'm doing this, but these were totally worth it. They were so dusty and just like horrible, and now I've just got basically a brand new cleaned couch, dude. And we got the bed all situated again, so just gotta take care of this trash and organizing up here and we're good to go. Well, that was the longest part of my entire day, dude. On to the next stop, which is take a shower and finally get all this dust out of my beard, and all will be well again.